Welcome to this video. We're going to be discussing about two titans of the animation industry, FlipaClip versus Procreate. Now, if you can't tell, I use Procreate a lot for my videos, so to make sure I'm not biased, I invited my friend CoolCan88 to also make the decisions.
Hello!
The first point that will be given out is quality of life. Let's see who has the best one on that. At first, it may look like Procreate has this easily, considering the fact it has so many brushes and you can import them. However, don't sleep on FlipaClip. FlipaClip has something that is a major buff: the ability to add videos. This is something that Procreate does not have, and I am very sad to report that. However, Procreate just has so many features, which is why FlipaClip is sadly going to lose on this one. But there's still room for improvement, as the next point will be given out soon. Speaking of which, pricing. Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward, and I think you know which one this is going to go to. Procreate costs about $12 on iPad and $6 on phone. Compare this to FlipaClip being completely free except if you want premium, but you can still make incredibly good animations without premium. Because of these reasons, FlipaClip obviously wins in this category. Hooray! But not a hooray for Procreate. Anyway, now it's time for the last point of this round. And this one is the deciding point for both of them: animation. This one is actually easier to decide than you think, and it's actually surprisingly going to be FlipaClip. You see, while Procreate does have animation, it's hidden behind the settings. It's not meant to be a drawing app, not an animation app. Compared to FlipaClip, FlipaClip is the animation app. The intro is animation. It's not just for drawings. Now, time for the next round. Let's get back and let's get ready to put more points in. Next category is going to be drawings, another deciding point. While FlipaClip might have won the last one, Procreate has a pro in its name for a reason. This is some of the stuff Procreate can make, and that's not even counting every single one of those 200 brushes. Safe to say, this is a very safe win for Procreate. Next category is going to be voicing. This one's weird. You can't really count it as a category. You can just not count it if you want. But this one's gonna go to FlipaClip mainly because it's the only one with actual voicing. As FlipaClip, you can voice over your animations pretty easily. Procreate has no such feature. The next point is going to be community. You wouldn't want to buy an app just to figure out it has a very toxic community. So we're gonna solve that. And without a doubt, without a question, this is going to go to FlipaClip. You see, I can't name 3 people who use Procreate. However, I can name a bajillion that use FlipaClip. With the points in mind, round 3 is going to start. Round 3, 3 more points. Let's do this. First category is going to be easier to use. And I can confidently say this is Procreate without having a bias. Now listen, if you're shocked, I can understand, but you have to be really good at FlipaClip to produce really good drawings, or good animations. While as Procreate, it's so easy to make a good drawing. My first one is considered decent. Next category is easier to learn. This one's different, I promise. And this is where Procreate's extra features finally stab them in the back, as this takes so long to learn all of them. Well, FlipaClip only has a few features, but it's so easy to learn them, which makes FlipaClip better. Last one is going to be variety. Yeah, it's going to Procreate, it's not close. Again, I'm going to keep repeating this until the end of time. Procreate has over 200 brushes and you can import any of them. Now it's time for the bonus round! CoolCan, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I basically want to ask, would you prefer Procreate or FlipaClip?
Well, I mean, in my personal opinion, I think I would prefer either or, really. But if I had to say, I would say FlipaClip.
Alright, thanks for your answer. Well, here's the final ranking. FlipaClip won, but here's my advice. If you want to animate, use FlipaClip. I strongly advise you to use FlipaClip. But if you would just want to draw, have some casual drawings now and then, use Procreate. It's pretty good. A lot of brushes as I've covered. So yeah, see you in the next video.